It feels so good to know that I have made mini-me's. So I have one student right now who is in Tulum, and she's trading and traveling. She is living her best life. She just got an apartment. She signed the lease for 6 months, and she's gonna afford it by trading stocks. I have another student who's been paying for his kids' daycare, and he's been able to actually pay for this really cool private school. So now I'm actually impacting education of kids because they can afford it. That is just cool. It's just cool. And then now my students are actually making multiple 6 figures. I have one who just made $285,000 in a day. And I'm like, can I get some of that? I'm just saying, clearly I didn't charge enough for this knowledge. I'm just I just feel elated. I feel like a proud mom, a proud teacher when I see my students doing well. I definitely feel like I'm walking in God's purpose for my life. I have always known that I would be funding ministries, but my first ministry is to pour into other people. And what I didn't realize is I thought that I'd be doing it by myself. But now that I'm spreading this knowledge, all of the people around me are now able to also pour into ministries. And I'm seeing that some of the students in my class are pastors and deacons and just doing really cool work for the world. And now they don't have to worry about money as much just because of the skill set. You know, the Lord actually sent somebody into my office one day when I was crying, and she told me, and literally she wasn't even supposed to be at my school that day, but she said, the Lord told me to drive here and tell you that what he has for you next is better than what you're doing right now. And I couldn't see it at the time because all I saw was the school. I saw my boss and the negative things that he would say. I saw just me not feeling like I was ever good enough because all the work that I do, there was always something wrong. But she told me what God has for you next is better than what you're doing right now. And that's what I would tell myself too. Looking back even just 2 years ago, when I was trying to please everybody else and fit into circles or boxes that weren't fit for me or weren't made for me, that what God has for you next is better than what you're doing right now. I want them to know that they can make money. It does grow on trees. Honestly, when I think of the stock market, I'm thinking of using it as a way to pay your bills. Not so much to retire on, but if you need something, you can raise your own capital from your account. If I want to start a business, I can go raise money in my trading account. If I want to pay for a new bill, I can go raise money in my trading account. For my student loans, I paid those off trading. I want them to know that there is this thing called the stock market, and you can use it to pay for your bills so that all of your work income or all of the other income that you bring in, you can do whatever you want with it. The world is open to you. If I was talking to a young girl right now who didn't believe that she could invest in the stock market, I would tell her that she has to learn how to walk on water. She has to learn how to have the confidence and the courage to step out of the boat. Then she has to learn how to actually take this first step. Don't look down, just walk. Because many times the stock market is going to feel like a scary place. It's going to feel like a place where you can drown, but there are ways for it to be successful, and you can do it, but you got to take the first step. My granny used to tell me that you should never do anything that makes you feel less than who you are. And when I was working in a corporate job and even in education, there were many times where I had to be in situations where I felt less than. And I would tell them, you are more than capable. You are more than enough. You are everything that God made you to be, which is perfect. One of the biggest things that I've learned on my trading journey is that you can use investing for income. And many times I think that's overlooked. The small bills, like that $20 cell phone bill or the $200 car payment, those are small attainable goals that you can get from the stock market. It's about having a trading plan that includes risk management, includes knowing how to enter your stocks, but the key is just the mindset. you don't always have to wait for retirement in order to realize the gains of your profits. And that's something I think more people should know, that you can trade for income, and that's what we do as day and swing traders. Also, with this whole income thing, the whole thing of traveling, many people ask me, like, why is it called trade and travel? It's because I use trading to fund my dream, which was traveling. But you don't have to travel. You can trade to fund your dream, whatever is important to you. So if it's trade and pay off your student loans, trade and buy your own house, trade and have quality times with friends and family, that's what we're doing when we talk about trade and travel.